25 deaf track record. May you grow from strength to strength. Happy birthday. That's from Joe Saki here at the Multimedia Group. We've got quite a bit to get through this morning. Coming up,
everybody mindset into the competition is to, go in there, do their best and also qualify for the finals.
Ghana's high jumper Rose Yeboah eyes a podium finish at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Also in this bulletin, we'll bring you the story of the top European leagues who are prepared to sue FIFA over the abuse of dominance concerning fixture congestion. We've got details of that and more to come in the next 10 minutes. But first, the disciplinary committee of the Ghana Football Association has fined Real Tamale United an amount of 10,000 Ghana cedis for player impersonation in last month's Ghana Premier League encounter against Dreams FC. 5 of the club's officials have been handed a year ban as well. Haruna Mubarak has the rest of the story.
After weeks of deliberation, the FA's disciplinary committee has finally imposed a fine of 100,000 Ghana cedis on Real Tamale United for bringing the game into disrepute. The northern-based club fielded an unregistered team in their penultimate game against Dreams FC in Dawu, where they lost 8-1. This occurred because their registered players boycotted the match over unpaid salaries and bonuses for 6 months. The club officials who led the team for the Dreams encounter have also been banned for 12 months with immediate effect. They include coach Idi Al-Hassan, team doctor Abdul Samed Idrisu, team manager Tanko Jantuma, equipment officer Abdul Gafaru Salifu, and goalkeepers trainer Sylvester Yao. It is unclear if RTU will be ready for the Division 1 League next season, as most of their players have left the club for others, including captain Baba Kushibu, who signed for Samatex.
Still in matters relating to the Ghana Premier League, and the FA has confirmed dates for all match days in the upcoming season. The season starts on Friday, September 6th and concludes on Sunday, the 8th of June 2025. League games will not be played in midweek anymore. According to the FA, midweek slots will be reserved exclusively for clearing outstanding matches involving clubs who are participating in games on the continent in the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup. One of the clubs participating on the continent is Nsawam United. They will be playing in the CAF Confederations Cup, having won the MTN FA Cup. Public Relations Officer of the club is Joel Kofi Jempe. He reacts to the implications of this decision to the club.
And it's a good news to us in the sense that it comes with so much stress. For example, covering a distance from Nsawam to Pando to play a game. You arrive at Pando on Saturday, play a game on Sunday, then get back to Nsawam on Monday morning. Then you have another game on Wednesday. That means you don't have any day to train before you go in for your weekday matches. So it's really stressful, and I think it's good the FA has thought of the teams and has taken out these weekdays matches.
Elsewhere, former Ghana captain Asamoah Gyan has urged footballers to prepare for life after retirement while they are still active. With countless anecdotes of former football stars struggling financially post-retirement, Gyan called on footballers to plan for the future in an address at the 2024 Afro Sports Summit here in Accra.
As football players, we don't think about tomorrow because we feel like we are earning every month, a lot of money. When I got to England, my brother called me and he said, listen, it's time to invest. Let's try and build something. That was when everything started. Footballers, we have a very short career. Football is a temporary job. Maximum, you start from 18, the professional level, and then your prime is around 25 to 30, 31, 32. That is when your prime ends. The rest is just bonus. So around this time, and if maybe God says you have another 60 years to live, how are we going to manage it?
Away from the men's game, Black Princesses coach Yusuf Basigi expects a difficult path to qualification from the group stage of this year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. The Black Princesses will compete at their 7th successive tournaments, but have never progressed beyond the first round in 6 previous competitions. Here's Yusuf Basigi assessing the team's chances.
This time round, we are motivated to go again and make a mark because we are all looking forward to breaking that jinx. So we've made the girls aware, just as we, the technical staff, are also aware. So we don't need anybody to task us to do that job. We know how difficult it is. It's not by saying that it's a very Herculean task, but we'll do all that we can to go beyond the group stage before we think of any other thing.
Paris next, and with 2 days away from the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games, we continue the Geopol survey conducted in collaboration with Media Reach OMD, which ostensibly seeks to measure public opinion on the upcoming events. Well, today's focus is on events people look forward to the most during the multi-sport event. Here's Joy Sports' Daniel Cranton with more on how interested various African countries are in the upcoming games.
According to the study, the opening ceremony is expected to be watched by most respondents in various countries, with rates ranging from 64% in Ghana to 51% in Nigeria. When it comes to following their favorite events, respondents showed preference for watching a complete event rather than just tuning in for the quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. Football is the most anticipated event for the viewers, particularly in Ghana, which stands at 57%, and Nigeria with 56%. Other highly anticipated events include athletics with 31%, swimming with 21%, basketball with 18%, and boxing with 15%.
Now, Ghana is yet to win a medal in the 4x100 meter events at the Olympics since 1964. That's some 60 years. But there is renewed optimism about ending the long-standing drought. Here's the president of the Ghana Athletics Association, Ba Hussaini.
This is one of the fastest 4x100 we have ever assembled for these games. And I have so much confidence and hope in this athlete that they will make it to the finals. And after the finals, then we will pray for at least a podium performance. But if you look at their rankings now, 10th in the world, it's not a mere achievement. And we have never assembled this athlete before. But we have beefed up the Bahamas team with addition of Samini, who is our fastest athlete now. I wouldn't be surprised this team at the finals what they would do in the final.
President of Ghana Athletics, Ba Hussaini, is speaking there. Another athlete Ghanaians will be hopeful about is high jumper Rosie Yeboah. She'll make history in Paris by becoming the first female to compete in the high jump event for Ghana at the Olympics. She is a champion from the African Games and the NCAA championships as well, and she's determined to reach the final and finish on the podium.
Going into a competition like this, everybody mindset into the competition is to, go in there, do their best and also qualify for the finals. Certain time going into a competition, I make sure I picture everything in mind, and so that whenever I get into the pit, I see whatever I'm going to do over there, so that it doesn't make any difference to me. So I feel it's something that I always do. Like, I always imagine it in my mind. So as soon as I get into the pit, it looks simple for me.
Well, if Rosie Yeboah is to reach the final of the high jump in Paris, she definitely will need some help. But where will this help come from? Here's press officer for Team Ghana, Benjamin Willie Graham.
Joe, the captain, has been speaking, and one of the things Joe has done, which inspires me a lot, that he speaks a lot to Rose and make sure that she's a very, very good frame of mind. She's the very first time that Rose is going to perform at the Olympic Games at the high jump, Ghanaian female for that matter. And I don't think historically we've seen that happening ever since we started competing at the Olympics back in the 1960s. So a lot of weight is on her, but we're looking forward to see what happens. If you pick the World Athletics ranking, she's in the first 10. There are about 5 athletes who jump 1.97.
Time to cross continents, and the top European leagues, including the Premier League and the Global Players Union FIFPro, will launch legal action against the world governing body FIFA over its abuse of dominance in the game. The European leagues, which represents 39 leagues and 1,130 football clubs in 33 countries, say they are filing a complaint against the European Commission to protect the welfare of players. This follows growing pressure from leagues and player unions, including the Professional Footballers Association, over the number of games added to the calendar and its impacts on players. And that's how we end the Joy Sports Center this morning. Back to you, Winston, and the rest of the Super Morning Show team.
Right, thank you very, very much, Victor, for joining us. Man City lost? Oh no, answer the question. And you why are you happy?
I'm not happy. You are asking me if Manchester City lost.
Yes, this is just pre-season.
You are a Manchester United fan. Why are you excited about City's pre-season performance?
Oh no, this is just pre-season, and so that's it.
You didn't ask about Liverpool.
Did they win?
By the way, Liverpool lost to Preston.
Yeah, I know that one, yes. Anyway, let me continue and go for the Joy Business Minute. Oh, thank you very, very much for joining us with the latest here in the world of sports here on the Super Morning Show. We'll bring you the Joy Business Minute brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you. Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Build Freeze solar hybrid air conditioners, superior cooling with lower energy. But let me tell you about Anointed Electricals, because Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA, and they undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and do generator rentals. They have branches nationwide, and you can locate their latest branches in Amrahia. Frims Oil on the main Adenta Dodowa Road, East Legon, Lagos Avenue, and opposite Turmeric Hotel. Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and Kaswa off the Gweja Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot. And at Odoko, where they have their head office, number 77, Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road. Call them on 0243 480334. Okay, so we'll bring you the Joy Business Minute later here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But on big stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting Energy's latest foam, your partner for life, and Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Our focus is on the 2024 media budget review. And so Finance Minister Mohamed Amin Adams has presented the 2024 budget review to Parliament, and he's talked about how they intend to bring road tolls back in 2025. He's talked about how they've decided to actually reduce the total expenditure for the year from 226 billion Ghana cedis to 219 billion Ghana cedis. But of course, he's also spoken about other things. The fact that they're going to be paying some 1.5 billion cedis of arrears owed persons as a result of the financial sector cleanup. But were your expectations met? Now, first of all, tell us what you were expecting. Were these expectations met? Were they not met? Would love to know. And so picture this, you're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you. A reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should never have been compromised. That's why we at Latest Foam prioritize quality above all else. Step into our showrooms and experience the difference for yourself. Our high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That's the Latest Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latest Foam. Otherwise, shall you do yourself? Latest Foam, your partner for life. Visit us today and sleep better tonight. Call us on 0302-2311-55262 or 0322-008499 or visit us online, latestfoamghana.com. But are you ready to be the next millionaire in town? The Telecel More Money promo is here. 1 million Ghana cedis. Grand prize is up for grabs, and it could be you. Yes, you. Simply reload your mobile using your Telecel cash wallet and be part of the daily and weekly draws where you could win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis every week. Purchase data or airtime using your Telecel cash wallet and double your chances. Make payments onto your fixed broadband. Making payments onto your fixed broadband also gives you a chance to be the next millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. To opt in for free, dial star 500 hash or send win to 500 or visit the Telecel Play app. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. Well, let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Malatu from Ernest Chemist. Malatu, power over malaria. But this is the year to stop singing and talking about chopping and enjoying life and just do it. Because EcoBank has over 1 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo. For you and over 7,000 others across Ghana, winners will be rewarded bi-weekly, and you could be one of them, winning up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. There will also be 3 monthly draws, and all you have to do is to deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest EcoBank branch, Express Point, or via EcoBank Mobile to stand a chance of winning. Other prizes include fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, airtime, and many more. And promo runs from now till the end of July 2024. It's your time to chop life. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedis deposit earns you an entry into the EcoBank Million Gang draw. A better way to enjoy life, a better way, a better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
Beautiful people, we are live in town, soaking in the excitement about the partnership between Access Bank and PABS, revolutionizing the way people move money across Africa. Let's hear directly from those reaping the benefits.
It's a relief. Anytime I send money back home, my family receives exactly what I send them, instantly.
I'm studying in Ghana, but originally from Nigeria. With this service, my parents send my school and hostel fees directly, and they do it with so much ease.
I run a fashion business. Let me tell you, sending and receiving money across Africa without those annoying forex fees has really cut down our operational costs.
Benefit from instant payments across Africa with zero foreign exchange hassle. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll free on 0800 00 4400 for all your cross-border payments.
PABS is with Access Bank.
Access Bank, more than banking.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our 2024 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Ghana way, tell you so the more money promo
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing *500# or send WIN to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
When shopping for a dress, you say,
of course, the low burst line. A little tight by the hips. Covered sleeves. Off shoulder. Definitely.
But when buying anti-malarial drug, you say,
is it not malaria? Give me whatever is available.
Choose your malaria drugs the same way you choose your dress. Always ask for Coartem. It's also available in cherry-flavored dispersible tablets for children. Don't gamble with malaria. Choose right. Choose Coartem. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malaria testing should be done before treatment. This advert is FDA approved.
We not say problem day, but you for chop life. Simply deposit cash in multiples of 500 Ghana cedis into your EcoBank account at your nearest branch, Express Point, or through EcoBank Mobile to win your share of over 1 million cedis in prizes in the EcoBank Million Gang promo, EMG. Be one of over 7,000 people to be rewarded. Hey, my God. Yes, so over 7,000 people go chop soft life from May to July 31, 2024. Be an EcoBank customer or be square. Remember, every 500 Ghana cedi deposit earns you a point for the EcoBank Million Gang today, EMG. Deposit today and win your share of 1.2 million in cash and prizes. A better way to enjoy life. A better way. A better Africa. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Hey
Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2,500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
How?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after-sale service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. A Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And today is the birthday of Yayira, Ephraim Yayira Ewa. You're turning 8 years today, so this one is from your father Patrick Ewa and your mother Della. They say happy birthday to you. And also, happy birthday to Elder Charles Edu of the Church of Pentecost, Albert Clotte Temple Community 16 District. God bless you far beyond your imagination. We love you, Daddy. From your wife, Deaconess Paulina Edu, and the entire family to you. And today is the birthday of Kojo Demenya. So happy birthday, Kojo Demenya. May this special day bring you love, joy, and all your favorite things from the staff of Rana Motors, friends, and family. Happy birthday to Okwapim Niba, Madam Olivia Sapong, also known as Wabrodo, a.k.a. I believe, of Perez Chapel. You're 70 years today from Kojo, Mama, and all your grandchildren. And this one says, My dear Alfred, as we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary, I just want to say thank you for being an awesome friend and a supportive husband. On the occasion of your birthday, we pray for good health in long life, wealth, and prosperity. Happy birthday, happy anniversary to us, and a happy birthday to you. And it's from your wife, beg your pardon, Layla Pentil, together with your girls, Alifia, Iona, and Xenia, to you. Okay. But of course, there's amnesty for users of uncustomed vehicles. So the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority wishes to inform the general public that a 2-month amnesty has been granted to all users of uncustomed vehicles from the 1st to the 30th of September 2024. The amnesty waives all penalties that would have been imposed on such vehicles. Would have been imposed should such vehicles be impounded by personnel of the Customs Division. All users of uncustomed vehicles are encouraged to take advantage of this window and regularize documentation of their vehicles that have been illegally imported into the country. The general public should know that after the 1st of October 2024, the Customs Division will undertake a nationwide unannounced inspection of vehicles on the roads and impound all uncustomed vehicles. For further information, kindly visit the nearest Customs Division office or the GRA head office off Starless 91 Road near Accra Sports Stadium Ministries. You may also call the GRA toll-free on 0800 900 110. Email information to info@gra.gov.gh or by WhatsApp on 055 299 0000 and 0200 631 for assistance. And so this one from Layla Pentil says, my dear Alfred, as we celebrate our 20th wedding anniversary, I just want to say thank you for being an awesome friend and a supportive husband. On the occasion of your birthday, we pray for good health in long life, wealth, and prosperity. Happy anniversary to us and a happy birthday to you from your wife, Layla Pentil, together with your girls, Alifia, Iona, and Xenia. So happy birthday to you, Alfred, and happy 20th wedding anniversary to you, Alfred, and Layla Pentil.
the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I don't need no dreams when I'm by your
But this morning we're having a conversation about a mid-year review of the 2024 budget, and this morning we'll be joined by Professor Lord Mensah, who is an economist at the University of Ghana Business School, is an associate professor of economics as well. Seth Chuma Kwabwa is CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries. He will also be joining us shortly. But you're thinking of speccing that old car or a home makeover or a relaxing beach getaway? Use your ABSA card 10 times or more in a month, and you could be a lucky winner in the ABSA Change Your Story promotion and extra entries by using our digital channels 5 times or more. From now till the end of October, 5 lucky winners will take away 40,000 Ghana cedis each every month to change their stories. For more information, visit an ABSA branch today. This promotion is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Your story matters, ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, the best investment you can make is to invest in your child's education. A good school with international standard education and facilities that will nurture your child and give them the right fundamentals to be great in future. Let me introduce you to Metro Gold Schools. Yeah, Metro Gold Schools are located in Ablekuma Curve. Admission is ongoing for Cambridge education. School starts from creche, grade 9, children from 3 months old upwards until 14 years. So rush now for the September intake. School starts from the 10th of September. Metro Gold Schools has modern facilities and serene environment conducive for learning. They have boarding facilities, a tennis court, basketball court, swimming pool, and an AstroTurf. Enroll your child now. Call or send a WhatsApp to 054-805-0108. And of course, that's 054-805-0108. Or you can go to mgs.edu.gh for admission details. Metro Gold Schools, your child deserves quality education.
Are you looking for some good discounts on sanitary ware and towels? Then rush to Chemo Home for their crazy summer sale. With discounts up to 50% on over 200 products. This promo ends on the 31st of July 2024. Visit their showroom on the Spinters Road near Manet Junction. Call them on 0244334947.
All right, let me tell you a little bit about what MTN has been up to. If you've heard of the latest from MTN, good for you. If not, then listen up. For those of you who have MTN Free After One, get ready to be upgraded to MTN Free After One Extra. So what's extra? Well, with MTN Free After One Extra, you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes you talk, which means for every 10 minutes you talk within the hour, you only pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 minutes straight with no interruption. You like what you hear? Well, as if that's not enough, you also get 70 megabytes of data for free after your first call. So, you see, now's the time to talk extra with all the people you love. To subscribe to MTN's Free After One Extra today, just dial *550#. So that's *550# and follow the prompts.
Okay, so stay with us. When we return after these messages, we get into the conversation about the 2024 media budget review here on the Super Morning Show.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Looking for a home in a safe, secure, and luxurious environment? Alphabet City has just what you need. Join our gated community in the lively precincts of Sakumono for a carefully crafted home that provides you with peace of mind and a safe space for your children. Alphabet City boasts of leisure and recreational facilities to ensure your mental and physical well-being. A good road network, 24-hour surveillance systems and security, water, and electricity, serving as a safe haven. Let's meet your needs. Book a tour today. Find out more on www.waylead.org or call 0240-111-119 or 0504-499-999 to make the right investment in a home. Alphabet City, the ABC of Home Sweet Home.
Hey, Eradi, where are all these high bills coming from? Now, wait a minute here.
In these times of high electricity tariffs, BuildFreeze Solar Hybrid Air Conditioners are your sure bet to cut down on electricity bills. BuildFreeze cool your buildings comfortably with very low energy consumption. The amazing part is the air conditioners are built with the latest German technologies that give you 80% savings on energy consumption compared to traditional air conditioners. BuildFreeze come with a 6-year warranty and free after-sale servicing for a year. Please call us for purchases on 053-1100-915, 053-1100-915. BuildFreeze, superior cooling with lower energy.
Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world. At Heritage Christian University, you are assured of quality education. Accredited by GTech and affiliated to KNUST and UCC, we offer programs like Bachelor of Business Administration, Community Development and Theology, Theology and Ministry, Psychology, Nursing, Information Technology, Information Security, and Business Information Technology. Professional programs like ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ABE. We also offer short courses on media and IT. What makes Heritage stand out is our experience and scholar practitioner faculty, entrepreneurial training with financial support, ultra-modern facilities, and hostels. Qualifications for entry is WASI or SSC or GBCE, HND or Diploma Top-Up. Mature 25 years and above. Heritage is located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. Contact us on 054-777-7731 or 020-229-8399 or www.hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Attention, facility management professionals. Get ready for the event of the year, the IFMA Global Africa Conference in Ghana, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium, hosted by the International Facility Management Association's Ghana chapter. This is your chance to meet the world's top FM experts, thought leaders, and innovators. Immerse yourself in groundbreaking keynotes, interactive panels, hands-on workshops, and unmatched networking sessions. Explore the future of facility management in Africa's booming built environments. Don't miss out on the epic gathering of minds and ideas. The IFMA Global Africa Conference, August 1st and 2nd at the UPSA Auditorium. Be there. Proudly sponsored by Fides Group. To register or to sponsor, please call 0558 368 544.
Happy Wednesday and welcome to Vital Signs by Sonotech Medical Center. I'm Dr. Grace Bachman. Today we're discussing how hepatitis is diagnosed. How can you know if you have this liver infection? Let's find out. Diagnosing hepatitis starts with a visit to your healthcare provider. They'll begin with a thorough medical history and physical examination, looking for symptoms like jaundice, fatigue, and abdominal pain. Blood tests are key diagnostic tools for hepatitis. These tests can detect liver enzymes that indicate liver inflammation and measure the levels of bilirubin. Specific blood tests can identify the type of hepatitis virus, A, B, C, D, or E present in your blood. If chronic hepatitis is suspected, additional tests might be performed. In some cases, imaging tests like ultrasound CTs will be done. Reach out to Sonotech on 0242 439 467.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Mr. Speaker, government is committed to securing debt treatment from all other external creditors, consistent with the comparability of treatment principle enshrined in the G20 Common Framework. We are pleased to announce that on the 24th June 2024, government reached an agreement in principle with the Eurobond holders to restructure approximately $13.1 billion of outstanding Eurobonds. Additionally, it reduces the nominal value of the outstanding Eurobonds by $4.7 billion and provides debt service relief of about $4.4 billion during the program period. Mr. Speaker, the debt restructuring will result in reducing the present value of our public debt to 55% by 2028, as embedded in the IMF-supported program. Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to report that government has made substantial progress since the completion of the domestic debt exchange program in September 2023. We've successfully honored 2 coupon payments, with the second payment of about 5.9 billion Ghana cedis in February 2024. Furthermore, we are on track to make the third coupon payment of 6.1 billion Ghana cedis in August 2024. The timely payments of these coupons will undoubtedly improve investor confidence in the domestic market and bolster the overall economy. Mr. Speaker, government will also develop a framework for the reintroduction of road and bridge tolls to facilitate the processes for the implementation of a modernized and efficient road and bridge tolling system commencing in 2025. Mr. Speaker, for the first half of 2024, the trade balance recorded a provisional surplus of $1.81 billion, higher than the outturn of $1.6 billion recorded in the corresponding period of 2023. This was the result of a larger increase in exports, which outweighed the increase in imports. The improved trade surplus, together with an even stronger growth in remittances and the lingering reduction in income payments due to the debt standstill, resulted in larger current account surplus of $1.28 billion, and this is 1.5% of GDP. This is recorded in the first half of 2024. Mr. Speaker, in line with our commitment to infrastructure development, we continue to make progress on projects such as Onfuanoti Teaching Hospital, Ofanko and Sawam Road, Keta Water Supply, Obichibi Lamte, and Flower Pot interchanges, the 3 bypasses on the Kumasi-Accra Highway, and the Tema and Pakadam Railway Line. We've completed the Prempeh the First International Airport in Kumasi and the Yakubu Tali International Airport in Tamale. Agenda 111 hospitals are at various stages of completion. We have completed the Afari Hospital in Kumasi and many other hospitals across the country. To advance our digitalization drive and expand our unique identification system, we've invested about 135 million Ghana cedis in the National Identification Program since January 2024. Mr. Speaker, this significant progress has been underpinned by an environment of enhanced and inclusive engagement with key stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, the last 2 years have been extremely challenging globally, and Ghana has not been an exception. The difficult economic environment has truly affected businesses and families, particularly the vulnerable in our society.
You see, the media budget did not tackle the mainstream budget of the year, in the sense that we have been talking about cost of doing business being high because of the level of taxes. And so the status quo remains. Even after the media budget review, the status quo remains, especially with regard with taxes, because even though new taxes were not put on the media budget, we still have to contend with the taxes that we pay. And for that reason, we can say that still those things are impacting on us negatively with regards to the way of conducting our business.
And the exchange rate?
The exchange rate, all that we seek is stability.
Okay.
If it is stable, because we don't want it to fluctuate. That's what business does not.
Do you
like
have stability?
So
do you have stability now in the exchange rate?
That's why I used seeming stability, and then I was seeking that whatever measures that they put in place to contain the high rise of the dollar should still be adopted so that we can sustain this gain. For me, this is the most important thing for businesses. So if we're able to achieve that one will help us. And if somebody says that we have gotten a gain, then we are comparing what we used to experience to now.
It's the most breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. And this morning we're joined by Professor Lord Mensah, who is at the University of Ghana Business School, Associate Professor of Economics, and Seth Chuma-Kwabwa, CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning
Great.
to our listeners.
So let me start off with you, Professor Lord Mensah, and the conversation today is, has the Ghanaian economy improved? You've listened to the finance minister presenting the figures from the first half of the year. Do you see an improvement in the economy from the figures presented by the finance minister?
Right. If you look at the numbers, right, looking at inflation moving from 54 to 23 thereabout. And then if you look at exchange rate, moving up, as we can see on the market around 15.35 thereabout, almost 15.5 to the dollar. I would say that this, numbers, only represent numerical decline and then also increase. In a sense that if you talk about the inflation, clearly the momentum that prices gathered on the market when it hits 54 is still lingering on. And me and you, we can testify to that as we're talking on the market. Prices, are not that stable as the numbers portray. And so clearly, on that aspect, I would say yes. We're still having some, momentum as far as price increase is concerned. And then another thing that was missing in the budget, and I don't know whether it was a tactical omission or not, is the level of exchange rate the government is going to work with. The finance minister talked about speculation, fueling, a depreciation of the cedi. And I was expecting him to give some certainty, right, around the projection of the exchange rate. We know very well by 30th July, they will... can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Right. We know by 30th July, they will end, they will sign an agreement with these Eurobond creditors that we have in negotiations with. And that will resume our debt payment. And if you look at the cash flow commitment on this Eurobond, this year alone, the year through, to the end of the year, we should pay around $400 and over million on our debt service. And I was expecting the finance minister to give us, some information on whether we have enough buffer to meet this, possible obligations that will come, going forward. But then we didn't see that. And then also, the entire budget never talked about, the exchange rate depreciation and then the levels. Because if you look at, what was stated in the budget, they were talking about percentages in decline, decline. And clearly, this does not give room for certainty. And so when he finished reading the budget, I said this man has left room for more speculation. Because, he's allowed more uncertainty to cloud out, the market as far as the exchange rate numbers are concerned. And you're going to leave the market to speculate more at what levels they're supposed to sell the dollar. And that was, one of the shortfalls that I think, when it comes to the economy, the finance minister did not really, hit on as to my expectations. And then also, when you look at improvement in the banking sector's total assets, Ghana is a banking, sector-dominated financial, system. And so when you have a bank for which its asset has improved, but based on the short-term investment they've been doing with government, then I would say that it's an improved economy. Because banks are supposed to lend to the public. They're supposed to lend to the private sector, not to just rely on government investment to grow their assets. And the government, in the budget, the minister also testified that these bank assets are growing as a result of the short-term end of the, government market. And across all the budgets, you didn't see anywhere that government, talks about long-term financing, how they're going to reorient the economy to ensure that they move, the pressure from short-term financing, which is treasury bills, dominated market, to the bond market. We've had bond restructuring. So far, the budget was completely silent on what is happening on that market. Then I asked myself, so what is being used to finance all the infrastructure that he mentioned, talking about Agenda 111, talking about...
Yeah, but Professor Lord Mensah, you have made a reference to short-term facilities. You've talked about how today the treasury bill market is what government is using, and it's the reason why banks are, able to grow their assets. Is that not obvious that that's what government is using to finance these things when it comes to the borrowings as well as the, revenue that the government has earmarked for the year?
Yeah, because if you look at the inflows that you're expecting, the revenue mobilization sources of the government, we're talking about taxes being, dominated. If you look at the percentage increase, and you can spread the other sources, as it's supposed to be clearly stated in the main budget that was read. And clearly, you ask yourself, a government that its financing sources is limited. And the taxes, the reason why he could not remove, the taxes as being requested by the businesses was that we have mortgaged the taxes for the IMF program, the inflows of the IMF program. And we promised IMF that we're going to increase our tax to GDP from 14% to, 18%. And, within these taxes that we have, all the various levies, the e-levy, the COVID, and all those that, businesses are saying it should be removed. And in fact, not businesses alone, individuals like myself sitting here, I feel the pinch of, increase in prices as a result of some of these taxes. And so, from where I sit, I think, if you have an economy, right, I'm not saying government is using the treasury bills to finance, those infrastructure. But if you have an economy where, all the possible investment horizons are limited to short term, it's a sign of depression. Because every bank that raises money will tend to invest with the government instruments, rather than turning to individuals and businesses. And this has been happening for so many, years now. We're looking at for the past, 3 to 4
years. But
years.
Prof Mensah, do we have a choice? We're shut out of the international capital market. I'm sure if I were to ask you whether you're comfortable, putting money in government of Ghana bonds in this country, your response will be no. So where are the options?
Winston, if we don't have a choice, then probably we may have to look at the other side, which is cutting down expenditure, so that it will not fuel out, that exorbitant, demand for what we call it, fund. And therefore, government keeps on pressuring that treasury bill market. That is what we need to know.
Prof, how do you assess the finance minister's plans to cut expenditure? He did mention a few things. For instance, he says that in the coming months, they are going to do a stock-taking exercise and prioritize certain projects. So it's not everything that was budgeted for that they are actually going to spend money on. They are going to streamline the earmarked funds as part of ongoing expenditure rationalization measures. They talked about a blanket purchase agreement that has been initiated to fully capture multi-year commitments or contracts in the GIFMIS. And then also they said they will be implementing sanctions for those who don't comply with the public finance management law requirements, among others. How do you assess these and other cost-cutting measures announced by the finance minister?
Well, if you look at the various expenditure measures that the finance minister mentioned, again, they are all in the main budget that was reviewed yesterday. The budget that was read in November, you will see all those expenditure rationalization, expenditure prioritization measures. I was expecting the finance minister this time around to give us an update on how far they've gotten to as far as all these measures are concerned, and how much we have been able to save from these measures. We didn't see that. It was a rehash of what is being, what was done, what was put in the budget, main budget somewhere in November for 2024, being repeated that we are going to do it. I mean, for me, I think it's not enough to convince me that, look, this is what you have done, and then as a result of that, that is why you are calling for expenditure reduction.
Right. I want to bring in Seth Chuma-Kwabwa, who's the CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries. Hello again, Mr. Chuma-Kwabwa. We had a very long conversation yesterday while we were awaiting the start of the reading of the media review. So now we know what is in it. Let me ask you, were your expectations met?
Your call has been put on hold.
Right. It would appear that we've lost Mr. Seth Chuma-Kwabwa there. We're going to try and reconnect to him so that we can pick up on his expectations. But back to Prof. Mr. Chuma-Kwabwa, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Fantastic. So shall I go over the question one more time?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yesterday we waited for some time until the media review was read. Did it meet your expectations? Was it worth the wait?
Oh, worth the wait, yes. It was an important national event, and it is important that organizations like us, representing industry, representing so many stakeholders, it was important that we listen, and therefore it was worth the wait. In terms of expectations, I'll be honest to say that we didn't have too high expectations in terms of significant changes in the whole structure of our economy, because we know how challenging the economy has been over the past 2 years. So we were expecting a bit more of the indicators of stability. And in that sense, yes, there were points to that effect. Government making an attempt not to overblow its expenditure, even though it's an election year. That's against the normal tradition, because in Ghana it's been the trend, which is unfortunate. So this time there's clear indication that government is not going to spend that much. And if you look at the indicators, it's pointing to some stability in the macroeconomic environment, which is good. An aspect that we would have loved to have some changes which didn't come. Again, it's not too surprising if you look at the very history of midterm budget review. In previous times, midterm budget review, there were no major supplementary budgets to make significant changes. But in recent times, it's becoming a bit of a trend. So following the recent trend, we were hoping that some of the issues we have concerns with and we have over the period been communicating to government to review could also be looked at, and that wasn't done, and that has to do with the taxes that people are confronted with, and there's a lot of complaints. So submitting about I would say about 40 to 50% of our submissions on the midterm budget review was related to the taxes, and there was no tax review. So as far as that's concerned, yes, our situation wasn't met. But generally, on the macroeconomic stability, I think it's a good pointers to that effect.
Now, there were lots of whispers about the potential of at least the COVID levy being scrapped. There were suggestions the e-levy was being reconsidered. These things got the system excited, but there was no sign of any such policies or measures in the budget. How is industry taking that?
Honestly, the visitors came in at the very last, minutes or few days to the budget. All along, we knew that it was going to be difficult to make very significant changes. But we were hoping that considering the advocacy we've done, government will have a relook at the whole tax structure, because there have been a lot of complaints. The fact that some of these taxes are becoming really nuisance taxes, that is obstructing and not encouraging local production. So when we heard that it was going to be we were excited about it, and it didn't happen. But as I said previously, before the recent time, previously, midterm budget reviews were not looking at major changes. And we also looked at the fact that because we are under IMF conditionality, and there's a lot of push for government to raising a lot more revenue to balance this budget, it's becoming difficult to expect very significant changes in the situation. Unless you look at the development aspect, which is what you were looking at, that if we could have tax regime or system that would spur growth in the manufacturing sector, in the industry sector, we may suffer a bit of revenue now, but then in the long run, it will pay. Because the other risk is that when you have high levels of taxes and it's affecting the productive sector, you reduce their capacity to produce. And if they're unable to produce, they don't make that much profit for you to tax at the end, which is the corporate tax or other forms of taxes. And therefore, whilst you are taking, on one hand, you are taking the taxes from another, and on the other hand, you're also constraining yourself from getting the post-production taxes, which are, for me, more progressive. So I really would have loved to see some changes in the tax regime, but it didn't happen. So let's look into the December budget, and then we'll continue our work in that respect and expect that something is there, because we really need to look at our tax regime.
Right. Okay. Now let me bring in Professor Lord Mensah, and talking about expenditure cuts. So, Prof, in the mid-year review, the minister talks about how we've completed the debt restructuring program with official creditor committee, and we've which has resulted in some $2.8 billion of debt relief, which means we'll not service our debt to official creditors between 2023 to 2026. He talks about Eurobond holders covering $13.1 billion, which will lead to a cancellation of $4.7 billion and our debt and provide debt service relief of $4.4 billion between 2023 and 2026. However, if you look at the fact that in 2023 November, when we presented the budget, we actually estimated that we're going to be paying some 19 billion Ghana cedis for external debt interest payments. In 2024, with all of these, we only make provision of reducing expenditure by some 7 billion, which the minister says is as a result of revising our interest payments downwards, or the savings that we have made. The question is, where is the remainder? Couldn't that have also been savings and as a result led to more expenditure cuts?
Right. Winston, when it comes to the expenditure side of the budget, I had so many questions. You know, at the time that we were reading the budget was read on the floor of Parliament. The expenditure, you can pick the budget for 2024 and look at it. The expenditure was around 226, that is 226.68 billion, right? And then when I saw the document for the mid-year budget review, I mean, the minister was requesting for a revision of 237 billion, which is about, 237 billion, Ghana cedis. So I was asking myself, how do you read a budget of expenditure 226.68 billion and come and ask for reduction in expenditure of about 237? Then I jumped into the appropriation bill. When a budget is read on the floor, what is passed into law by Parliament can be different from what is being read on the floor. So I went into the appropriation bill and I saw that the expenditure appropriation was around 259, right? So a difference of about 36 billion, relative to what was read on the, the floor of Parliament. So if we have such a situation, then it means that interest savings you are talking about were not realistic when, if you take into consideration what was passed into law, right? That is the money that the minister can take from Controller Accountant General to spend in the economy, as far as interest payments, compensations, grants to other, state agencies and all those are concerned, capital expenditure and all those. So these variations in expenditure, you cannot clearly come out whether indeed, if we have gotten a debt restructuring, there's going to be, that kind of savings you are talking about to build into, expenditure cuts far away from what we're seeing, we saw in yesterday's, budget review, Western.
Yes, but talking about that, you're right. If you look at even the 2024 budget, right after its presentation, the arrears and amortization always left, below the line, and so these are ones that are coming later. So in the conversations, that one will be kept out of it. But the point is that if you have some 19 billion Ghana cedis as interest payments on external debt, which you talk about making savings, as a country that is concerned about expenditure cuts and rationalization of expenditure, wouldn't it be prudent to, and bearing in mind also that there's a need to make payments subsequent, wouldn't it be prudent to actually make savings by cutting down totally on the 19 billion instead of just 7 billion?
Okay, well, so listen, what we need to appreciate is that when you go into debt restructuring and you get debt relief, right, it does not mean that it's money sitting down. And as a result of that, you can easily, cut down expenditure and then use that money in replacement of this expenditure cut. That is not the case. The debt relief, and that was when the finance minister and the president made mention of saving 10 billion, cedis as a result of the debt restructuring. I question it because these are expected savings. That means your economy should be able to produce, to make that money for you to say that this is the money we're supposed to use to pay our debt, but then we're not, paying it, and therefore it is the money that can fill in, our expenditure. So the expenditure that we projected to be 237, possibly we are reducing it to 227, to make room for that kind of, money that we have generated. But this is not the case with this economy. This economy, as far as our production is concerned, we cannot, boast of that kind of, savings as far as, the current state, within the current state that we find ourselves in. And that is why possibly the finance minister did not look at, or did not even mention that we are getting savings, and as a result of that, we can cut down expenditure to fill in for that purpose.
Well, all right. If you just joined us, we're talking to Professor Lord Mensah, economist at the University of Ghana Business School. Seth Chuma Kwabwa is also with us. He's the CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries, and we're reviewing the mid-year review, which was shared by the finance minister yesterday. Now, there's more that we want to engage our guests on. For instance, when we come back, let's talk a bit about speculation and its role in the devaluation of our city. Speculation is an act of logic. So, logically, having heard the mid-year review, what do we expect to happen in terms of speculation around the dollar and the cedi? And what will that do to the value of our currency going into the end of the year? Also, the Deputy Finance Minister says we should be relieved that there were no new taxes. Does industry in Ghana feel relieved? Stay tuned for answers when we come back from these messages.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Life transforming messages, anointed ministrations, uplifting praise and worship. Experience God's presence and power at Greater Works 2024. Speakers: Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonkwo, and host Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date: Monday 29th July to Friday 2nd August. Morning sessions from Tuesday 30th July to Friday 2nd August. Time: 9 a.m. Evening sessions. Time: 5 p.m. each night. Venue: ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministration by Nathaniel Bassey. Also ministering ICGC choirs and worship leaders. Each evening will end with a praise jam session, which will climax on Friday with extended praise night. Buses will be available at vantage points across the city to bring you to Christ Temple East and back. Visit gwcentral.org and our social media handles for more details. See you there.
It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Everyone is running to Bills. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with acquiring any of our loan facilities. For whoever you are and whatever you're doing, Bills has a product for you. No susu, no deposits. All you need is your Ghana card. Call 0302-200-390 or 0596-928-33 today and live a bill-free life. Bills Microcredit is licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Welcome and now for a daily star 712 hash and found no regrets. A Sankoma investors are a striking gold. A Sankoma health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A Sankoma that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a Sankoma passionate fan on also entering containing a joy. After to the seamstresser or turning a hard end stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, a Sankoma, if you say your next big win is right here.
Dial star 712 hash and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial star 712 hash to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest. Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
With the recent increase in electricity tariffs and fuel prices, power, although unreliable, has become expensive, and owning a noisy generator becomes a headache rather than luxury. For an affordable and durable electricity solution, you need to go solar with Translight. Feel the independence, experience the comfort, and be productive. Translight Solar. Wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. Think solar. Think Translight. Locate us at 98 Boundary Road, East Legon, in between ARS and the American House at the White House bus stop. Visit our website at translightsolar.com. Call us on 0504 249 229 or 0206 542 454 or reach us through email info@translightsolar.com.
Hello?
Kwame, Charlie Wu, game no best start you. Obiawa, Salah de Namnaba, Halland is Kratio drinks no. Sakadie, or Chili one corner, the show Simenu, Vibin and Kwa, na Vinny Junior dear, Cecia no bow. Mata, Yen Tamnabra.
All your best football friends are waiting for you to join them for a thrilling football season on GoTV. Get GoTV Max now to enjoy La Liga, Serie A, Europa League, and more for only 140 Ghana cedis per month. Reconnect today, dial star 759 hash, and get all the action. GoTV, love it.
Arise, arise, arise. Laboni, arise. Losa, arise. Arise, let's celebrate 75 years of academic excellence and empowerment. Join us as we launch our 75th anniversary celebration and the unveiling of the logo. To kickstart the anniversary, the date is 1st August 2024. Time is 4 p.m. prompt. The venue is the National Theatre. We are calling all LOSA members across the globe. Come, let's connect, interact, and reminisce from the past. Network and build connections for the future as we put our alma mater beyond the skies. Media partner Joy FM, La Bosco, Wogbe, Lagbe.
You're welcome back, yeah, Kasem. It's, of course, the day after the mid-year review, and here on the Super Morning Show we've got lots and lots of things to talk about with Professor Lord Mensah, an economist from the University of Ghana Business School, and Seth Chumakwabwa, CEO of the Association of Ghana Industries. We've got questions for them, and of course, if there's an opportunity, you will have questions too. So let's get straight back into that conversation. And before the break, Winston, you were engaging Prof. Lord Mensah.
So, yeah, Prof. Mensah, beyond the savings, if you have an expenditure item of which you don't remove, that still remains on your books and you can spend it. So the question is, if we had an expenditure item to pay this amount of interest to our external debtors, and today, because of the domestic debt exchange, these amounts will be paid post 2026. Why do you keep that expenditure item when you no longer will be making those payments, at least in this fiscal year?
Yeah, so we need to appreciate that as we speak now, the debt agreement we've had, they are just MOUs. Okay? It's not exactly, what will report on the agreement that will spell out exactly what you're supposed to be paying. So as we speak now, the finance minister does not know after the MOU what these, external creditors are likely to come up with when we especially the OCC, when we go to them individually to start negotiating with them, to get to the levels of payment we're supposed to do. That is one side. And then also, if you are supposed to pay, right, money in terms of interest, and as a result of debt restructuring, you did not, pay, it does not mean that it's money sitting down. That calls for reduction in expenditure. That is what we need to appreciate. And so it can still be in your books in anticipation of the expectation, what is likely to happen, in the future. And that is why possibly, the finance minister cannot be specific and say, this is how much we're going to save in terms of interest payments. So going forward, we have to keep this money by the side, and that will reduce our expenditure.
Yes, but Prof, so if you're keeping that for the future, then that should find itself in a sinking fund.
Well, it's not money sitting down. They are expected.
Yes, so...
Right?
Yes, so...
Your economy is not producing to have that money as we speak now. So if your debt restructuring has given you debt relief of 10 billion, do you have 10 billion sitting down in your buffers? You don't have it. You are yet to you are yet. You remember all these things we are going through is just to find a way to give us some economic relief, so we can you build up the economy going forward. That is why when you go to debt relief, it is expected that your interest rate structures come down, your inflation comes down. These are things that will entice investment into the economy, and as a result of that, you can make up those savings. They are not money sitting down for you to direct it into your sinking fund or any buffer.
Okay. Let's talk about speculation then.
Yes, and Prof, we've been talking about how speculation is really a function of logic. People look at what is expected to happen and they make decisions about what to do with currency as a result of that. Now, we've noticed how this affects the depreciation of our cedi. So, having heard the mid-year review, in your professional assessment, what would a speculator do? Will they hoard more dollars, or will they get rid of their dollars after hearing the finance minister yesterday?
Right. So I mentioned that earlier, that in the budget, that is from the main budget that was read in November, and then even in the review that we had yesterday, there is no specific, exchange rate that was mentioned in there that government is saying we are going to work with this exchange. The government also does foreign transactions, and by so doing, they may have to change, cedi to what? Dollars. So ask yourself, what exchange rate would the government be using? And like I said, because the budget did not, and the review did not mention any specific levels of exchange rate as projection, it leaves room for more speculation. And remember, speculation is part of economic dynamics. Speculation thrives when there is prolonged uncertainty. So once you give room for, more uncertainty around any economic indicator, you give room for, speculation on that economic indicator. And one of them is the exchange rate that we are seeing here. You could see that in the budget, there was silence on what we call it, the exchange rate. And with this silence on the exchange rate, it gives the market to speculate more. And as a result of that, from next week, you're going to see, the reaction on the market as far as the exchange rate is concerned. And especially when you've signed an MOU and you're about to go into an agreement, right? You should have given certain scenario, possibly to tell us that, you have enough buffer. These are likely, debts that we're supposed to pay in the second half of the year. As I mentioned, once by 30th July, we sign an agreement with Eurobond holders, where the cash flow lines, we may have to start coughing around 400 million for the second half of the semester. The second half of the year to satisfy the Eurobond, obligations that are due. So effectively, if you are able to assure the market that we are expecting these inflows, we are expecting that inflows, and as a result of that, we should be able to satisfy these obligations without shaking up our current accounts you give the market assurance. You know, it gives a good comfort, and then also possibly give, you know, a projection as far as government is concerned. You know, but for now, you know, they have left the market to determine the exchange rate levels, and that is when, you know.
So, in your opinion, are we going to see a further depreciation of the cedi as a result of this?
Oh yes, we should expect that, because, you know, taking foreign inflows, as our way of getting dollars into our buffers. Of course, foreign inflows, you know, in the review, the minister talks about remittances, and then also possibly getting tourists who comes into the country. That is the only, you know, measure that I saw that is likely to bring in foreign inflow. And then the IMF program that, you know, brought in 360 million, you know, recently. But then looking at the obligations ahead, right? And then also, nobody knows what exactly is happening at the Bank of Ghana as far as the country's, you know, current accounts is concerned. You leave room for more speculation to fuel up, you know, the depreciation of the cedi.
Right. I've got one for you, Mr. Chuma Kwabwa. The Deputy Finance Minister, Dr. Stephen Amoah, says that we should feel relieved that they didn't introduce any new taxes. Does industry feel relieved?
Well, not at all, because we're not expecting new taxes anyway. What we were expecting was actually a revision of the current taxes and a possible withdrawal or amendment of some of them. So if that didn't happen, then the worst couldn't have happened either, and that is introducing a new taxes. And because we complained a lot about the current tax regime, and therefore introducing taxes wouldn't have really helped the situation. I think that, as I mentioned yesterday in our discussion, what is very important is to strengthen local production and ensure that the tax structure is positioned in a way that supports industrial and manufacturing and agricultural, the productive sector, so that you can make the taxes at the end of the production process. In that case, it doesn't really affect the production process so much. So post-production taxes are always better than pre-production. And therefore, we were rather expecting to see some changes in the tax structure. If that didn't happen, let's see how it goes up to the end of the year. The next year's budget, let's see some improvement in that area. But to say that we should be relieved that there was no introduction of new taxes, I don't think it's relief, because we're not expecting in the first place. Then the question on the speculation, I think, as Prof said, it's very largely determined by the opportunities in the system. If we are business people, and when you are not sure of when the net exchange rate is going to be, the tendency is to try and buy foreign exchange in advance. And then the worst part of it is that it becomes a store of value of your currency. So people who do not even need the money then begin to speculate and buy, and wishing that when the cedi depreciates, they will change it and make more money. So those who do not even need it also come into the market, and that's where the speculation comes in. And that element is very, very strong in our current dispensation. It's affecting the cedi strongly. That is why anytime the cedi depreciates, at the very beginning, AGR, for example, we've taken a position not to be talking about it, because when you fuel it allows speculation to set in. It creates so much an alarming situation, and everybody starts craving for dollars and all that. That affects the economy.
Right.
So I think the certainty is good, and assurance by government that we have plans in terms of revenue mobilization, in terms of foreign exchange earnings, and we know that we will not need so much of the foreign exchange as against local cedi, and therefore everything will be stabilized is very important. That aspect is that normally speculation is not very progressive in the very long term. It's very short stretch. So if Bank of Ghana steps in at the right time, anytime the shortage in the system, and Bank of Ghana steps in at the right time to inject some funds, you see that it will keep the speculation. then we'll be able to manage the situation. Because when the speculation sets in, those who don't need the funds also come in. And it creates further problems for the business who really need the money to import. Right. But in the long term, we just have to strengthen our local production. Let's grow local industries. If we do that, it will reduce the need for foreign exchange. And then speculation and all that will be taken out of the system. In the meantime, in the short time, of course, we cannot do too much changes within the structure. But in the long term, let's think of how.
Oh dear, I think we lost Mr. Chumakwabwa there, but we did get the thrust of his thoughts on speculation. So thank you very much, Mr. Seth Chumakwabwa, CEO of Association of Ghana Industries. We also heard from Professor Lord Mensah, economist at the University of Ghana Business School. Thank you to Prof as well. Now, are you a business owner? Do you want your brand or product to be trending online at #1? Then the Brand People Limited are here for you. Boost your business traffic, attract new customers, and increase sales with their digital flash deals. You can reach 5 to 10 million people in under 24 hours by joining the largest digital flash deals in history. Make your brands memorable with flawless digital media activations. Their team of over 30 digital marketing influencers will launch your product or brand globally with a well-planned digital campaign. Their services include Twitter trends, social media management, influencer marketing, and more. Call the Brands People on 0244 735 451. The Brands People, bringing brands to life.
And in pursuance of its commitment to excellence and stellar leadership, the UPSA Law School proudly presents the 2024 Lifetime Achievement in Law Award and Honorific Lecture. Now, the event presents a high-level opportunity to recognize and acknowledge the outstanding and exemplary contributions of notable Ghanaian personalities in the areas of rule of law, governance, and the legal academy. This year's Lifetime Achievement in Law Award will be conferred on Nana Dr. SKB Asante, Paramount Chief of Asante Asokori, and former Director, United Nations Center on Transnational Corporations, and the Chairman of the Committee of Experts which drafted the 1992 Constitution of Ghana at an august ceremony befitting the aura of the occasion. The event comes up on Thursday, 25th July, that's tomorrow, 2024, at 5 p.m. at the Kofi Okunedu Auditorium at the UPSA.
All right, don't forget, today you have a date at kingdomstoreonline.com, okay? Go get yourself the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. And, of course, they are very, very affordable. You can pay via Momo across all networks, and you get very fast delivery, which is free if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And Heritage Christian University College is set up to provide the missing link in tertiary education through creativity and innovation. The university has since 2018 given a sum of over 450,000 cedis as startup grants to a number of its students to start their businesses. There's a huge emphasis on entrepreneurship, technology, and practical learning with professional certification. They are affiliated to KNUST and UCC, accredited by GTech, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium. And their undergraduate programs include BA Psychology, BBA Accounting and Finance, BBA Logistics and Supply Chain Management, BBA Accounting with Computing, BSc Nursing, BSc Business Information Technology, BSc Information Security, and Bachelor of Community Development and Theology, and many more. Master's programs are also available. Entry qualifications, WASI, ABC, GBC, HND, or diploma holders, and mature students who are 25 years or older. Call them on 0547 777731 or 0202 298399. Visit their website, hcuc.edu.gh. Heritage Christian University College, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
All right, now if you're curious like me, then I know you'd want to stay exactly where you are, because when we come back from these messages, we'll be finding out what LOSA is up to. Stay with us.
Gasaba. Smoke from firewood and charcoal is harmful and as damaging to our lungs as cigarettes. It can cause heart diseases leading to stroke and may even affect our eyesight in the long run. Grandmothers, mothers, sisters, wives, men, caterers, and everyone still cooking with charcoal, let's switch to LPG gas. The National Petroleum Authority has introduced the cylinder recirculation model in collaboration with local partners to make gas more accessible in all local communities. Whether you own a cylinder or not, join our CRM initiative. Simply show up at any exchange point near you with a small down payment to receive a filled cylinder or swap your empty one. Regular safety checks will be in place. Say ebisa mo say mo gas. Afi die gas abba. Switch from firewood and charcoal to gas for a better and healthier life. This message is brought to you by the National Petroleum Authority and the Ministry of Energy.
Exciting times indeed. No need to stress about always using your laptops or desktops to get news on your favorite news portal, myjoyonline.com. Life becomes easy with Joy. We've got you covered. Simply go to your app store on your mobile phone and download our new My Joy Online app, conveniently designed to enhance your reading experience. Watch and listen to your favorite MGO shows and stay updated with our political, entertainment, sports, business, lifestyle, and research stories. Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers.
You could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
East, west, north, south,
you could be the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Accra to Haga.
Let's go.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers. The luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Your child has lost weight, but I feed him every day. Have you been taking him for weighing? It is very important to track your son Kumi's growth to ensure he's developing properly. Then I will take him to the clinic tomorrow.
That is why for me, after exclusively breastfeeding my baby for 6 months, I introduced other foods. This helps to provide all the necessary nutrients.
It is important to be taking your son Kumi for weighing, where they teach you the kinds of foods to promote your baby's growth and development.
They will even teach you how to always wash your hands before handling your baby to prevent the spread of germs and to get your child vaccinated against diseases.
Good morning, mothers. I am proud of you for discussing vaccination and the growth and development of our children. You can also get your COVID-19 vaccine if you didn't take it during pregnancy.
Next time when I go for weighing, I will go with my husband so that both of us can take the COVID-19 vaccination.
It is important to pay attention to your child's health, growth, and development. Attend weighing regularly.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service, and partners.
Manchester City are the Premier League champions again.
When it's football you want, get it all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live. Because when it comes to football, we've got it all day, all night. No matter what package you're on, you're always going to get football on DSTV, your home of entertainment.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
founding fathers call. Arise and shake your drums, away Primus Semper Aurora. Then wake to the clarion's call, and work from dawn to dusk, and lift up the banner of love, who never knows defeat. You are not too light, too low. The founding fathers charge you. Arise and fly, La Bosco. Rise with the dawn and conquer.
Okay. You've sung well, I don't know about that.
That's the latter part.
I don't know about the voices, but you've sung very well.
Thank
you. Listo Walagbeli, who is LOSA president, and Juliet Aikwe, who is LOSA assistant secretary and leader of the LOSA organizing subcommittee. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you very much for joining us. I'll have to go and check the words again with all the words that you said. Because what I've realized with old school anthems, a lot of people get it wrong.
Oh, we get it always.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is very accurate.
Anyway, let's talk about Labone Secondary School.
Yes.
Let's talk about, 75 years. A brief history would do. I mean, brief history about the school, and then we get into activities that are lined up for the anniversary.
All right. Good morning to all Joy FM listeners, and then a very good morning going to all LOSA fraternity out there. And so we're talking about our good school, Labone Senior High School, turning 75. Labone Senior High was started in January 1949 at Christianborg, Osu. And then it was later moved to Labone, and then to its current, where it is situated currently. And so in 1957, November, the name was changed from Ghana College to Labone Senior High School, as we have it now. It was earlier Labone Secondary School, and then currently Labone Senior High. Our motto now is Primus Semper Aurora. We have some illustrious sons of our school that we started with. Reverend Dr. Mate Amakwe, Mr. Alphonse Johnson, Dr. John Spencer Bilson, Mr. Joseph Ado Kenson, Dr. Ebenezer Akwaje, Dr. Daniel Ekesoa, and Mr. Kwei Mensah. These were the 6 persons that started the school at the Christianborg in Osu. And so fast forward, we have our crest of the school designed by Ni Amonkutai, who also designed the Ghana coat of arms.
Wow.
Yes, so we have key members of the Labone fraternity. We've had several headmasters, headmistresses gone through the school. Amongst them would be Mrs. Joyce Osejikum, Mrs. Miriam Mankwa, Mrs. Kate Bannerman, Mrs. Cynthia Bo Inti, and currently we have Mrs. Rejoice Akolo. So briefly, we can see this.
When I was in school, my headmaster was Peter Owusu-Donko. You don't mess up with him.
Really? You don't mess up with him?
You dare not.
Why?
Mr. Owusu-Donko will get hold of you and then bring you out and give you the lashes that you deserve.
Oh, headmaster.
Headmaster will lash you. He does not countenance any misbehavior.
Hey, I see. Anyway, let's talk about the anniversary. And I mean, one of the things we love with anniversaries are the activities. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us, whenever it's time for anniversary, we look forward to these activities. So, what activities are lined up for the 75th anniversary? Very, very important milestone in your school's history.
Yeah. So first of all, we are launching the anniversary on the 1st of August, that is next week, Thursday, at the National Theatre, where we are inviting all old students and anybody that has had something to do with Labone to show up at the National Theatre. Even if you've taught in the school before, we want to see you there. We want to see our old teachers and our mates, those who were in the school just a term and left for other places, and everybody. We want to see you there at the lounge. After the lounge, there are series of events lined up. We are going to have an interaction with the students in a career fair where we are encouraging them on what to prepare and what to expect as they move into the future. A lot of us have gone through Labone, and we are in various institutions, various positions and capacities. We will go in there and encourage them, for them to understand that we also came through that process and we are where we are, and we'll guide them through the various stages. Then we have our normal other activities of fun, which is the musical shows that we're going to hold in the school. We are going to have our bazaars. We are going to have our speech and prize giving day that is also coming up as part of the anniversary. And then we'll have our awards night, recognizing the people who have contributed to the growth of the school, and then use the opportunity to raise funds to support some of the projects among some of the events that we've lined up.
Now, talking about...
I just want to add that we want to give back to the communities in which the schools were started. And so we're going to have free health screening in Osu and then the La environs. I just wanted to add that.
But talking about communities, let's look at the school also. You know, in today's world, a lot of people during anniversaries, we have year groups doing a lot of things. Anything the old students are doing, any project you're embarking on as part of the 75th anniversary?
Yes, there are several projects that are being undertaken by various year groups. You see, the 75th anniversary is coinciding with some year groups' 30th anniversary, 25th anniversary, 40th anniversary. So every anniversary year group has taken up a project. But we, as the National Association, are saying that we don't want to always be going to LOSA members to come in to support one thing or the other. We are looking at getting something that will be income generating and sustaining for the school. So we have thought about it, we've discussed and agreed that our school is the only school located in a plush residential area.
Correct.
Only secondary school located in a plush residential area. You are thinking true.
Any other school comes to mind? No.
You see, so we would want to put up an ultra-modern AstroTurf where we hope to make some revenue out of that. And as we are making revenues out of that, we will use the funds to develop other areas of the school. So that is a major project we are looking at for the 75th anniversary as a gift, apart from what the various year groups are doing: furniture for some classrooms, refurbishing some classrooms, providing teaching and learning aids for the students. So there are several other activities from various year groups here.
Now, while you're talking about all these activities from various year groups, I also know that the school may have some challenges that you may want to talk about, so that those who are listening and haven't made up their minds yet can actually, address these challenges. What are some of the challenges faced by the school?
All right, so we know that Labone Senior High is a boarding school. Currently, we have a day school and then a boarding, but currently the boys' dormitory is really, I think, is not in a good shape, and so we're calling on all LOSA members, all persons that came through or went through Labone to come to our aid, because the current situation at the boys' dormitory is not the best. We're also looking at putting up additional dormitory for the girls' department as well, because the girls, we all know that they need more when it comes to boarding facilities. Thank you.
And to add up, you would notice that when it comes to classroom furniture, Winston, you broke some when you were in school. A number of us who broke a lot of classroom furniture when we were in school, now we need a lot more. So we are asking all LOSA members to come in and let's ensure that we finish our classrooms very well. There are instances I've gone into the school and the furniture that our students are sitting on is not the best. So that's another thing that we are requesting, that LOSA members should come on board and let us help support. There are, when it comes to boarding facilities, you need teacher bungalows as well to be able to ensure that the teachers are around to supervise the students. There are some, there's a Get Fund project that has stayed there for so long and has not been completed due to one reason or the other. We want to call on the authorities to look at that project for us, because some nearby community members' quarters are trying
Squatters,
to
yeah.
take over that space, and it's becoming a security threat. So we would want those ones too to be attended to.
Great. As for the teachers' bungalows, a lot of students don't like it when they are close to where they pass to town. But
but that's the only way to help train and discipline them.
I'm just saying.
So I'm thinking you were naughty when you're in school. If you don't want your teachers close by you.
But you have to enjoy school.
Of course.
You must have stories to tell.
Of course.
Exactly.
That's the most important
And
thing.
unfortunately, we enjoy the negative ones, don't we?
You need stories. But, before we go, so the 1st of August
Yes.
at the National Theatre, what's the time? And what can people expect when they come for the launch?
Okay.
The time is at exactly
4
4
p.m.
p.m. Yeah, and when they come to the lounge, they should expect we've created a kind of transition. We have the first LOSA president, who is His Excellency Amaka Amatefio, who is going to be the chair, and then one of our very illustrious LOSA members is going to be there. That is Major General Odote, who rose all the way to become, I think, an army commander of the Ghana Army, and he's going to be there. There are going to be other LOSA members in there. We are expecting the Minister of Education to grace the occasion for us. We are expecting one of our illustrious LOSA members. We are yet to conclude some confirmations with that, but Togbe Afede is a LOSA, and we expect that Togbe will grace the occasion.
We have a Slosu as a former student too, so she would also be represented at the National Theatre.
We'll use the occasion to also raise some funds to support our anniversary and then other projects in the school, amidst all the cultural and academic exercises that will be undertaken there.
Oh, great. So anything you want to say finally, Juliet, before we wrap it all up?
And so on the 1st of August, exactly 4 p.m. at the National Theatre, is going to be a massive launch, and so we expect everyone that went through the school, whether you spent a term in the school or all your 7 years or 3 years, please come on board. Let's build, as our theme says, 75 years of academic excellence. We're celebrating our past and empowering our future through technology. So you want to come and support through your funds as well and your presence. Very important for us.
How about you, Listo? Anything you want to say finally?
Well, I just want to call on all LOSA members. If you are in Accra and you are not at the National Theatre on the 1st of August at 4 p.m., then we don't know where you would want to be, because we're going to have a lot of fun. We are going to relive our time in the school, and we are going to see how we would come together and impact the current generation. Because if we leave our students and pretend as if we've left the school and so nothing that happens in the school concerns us, then we are not really being fair to the current generation, because others did it for us, and it's time for us to also come in and impact the future generation.
Thank you very much, Listo Agbeli, who's LOSA president, and Juliet Ayikwe, who's LOSA assistant secretary and leader of the LOSA organizing subcommittee. You know where to be on the 1st of August at National Theatre, 4 p.m. prompt. This is the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Joy FM. I love this station.
For inspiration.
There will be life-transforming messages, anointed ministrations, uplifting praise and worship. You can experience God's presence and power at Greater Works 2024. The speakers will be Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, and the host, of course, Pastor Mensa Otabil. It's on Monday, the 29th of July until Friday, the 2nd of August, and the sessions will be in the morning from Tuesday, 30th of July, 9 a.m. every morning, and the evening sessions start on Monday, 29th of July, from 5 p.m. each night. The venue, of course, ICGC Christ Temple East, and there will be special song ministration by Nathaniel Bassi. You want to know more, go to gwcentral.org and follow them on all their social media handles. See you there.
Great. So we just told you about the launch of Labone Secondary School's 75th anniversary, and it's on Thursday, the 1st of August 2024 at the National Theatre. You don't want to miss that if you attended Labone Secondary School. So make sure you join them on the day. And that means that's the end of the Super Morning Show today.
Yeah, it's been a good one. Stay on joy because there's no better place to be. We're back tomorrow with more. Until then, have a good one. My name is Koje Youngson. I'm the morning man.
My name is Winston Amon.
God bless.